Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fluval Evo 13.5 gallon, and as you can see there's water in it. Finally, I've been waiting for a couple of weeks now. I've got the Aquascape exactly how I want it, and I've finally put some water in it. I think it looks really good. It's definitely changed the tank completely now. I can't stop looking at it. I filled it up last night. It took 50 litres of water. It's a 52-litre tank, but if you take away, the rock displaces some of the water, so it's roughly about 50 litres. It's a bit cloudy at the moment. There's no salt water in there. It's just RO water. I will add the salt probably tomorrow night. I'll get some Red Sea's Coral Pro salt, and I'll add it in this tank. When I first filled it up last night, there was quite a bit of debris that came out the rock, a little bit of, just like stuff like that, a little bit of like sand, obviously from my previous system that I had this rock in. So I've just added in a little wave pump. I've given it a really good clean, and I've put it onto this tank. It's just on a low power. It's just pushing probably about 1,000 litres an hour, 2,000 litres an hour, just to keep it circulated around, because all the debris was kind of settling down on the bottom of the tank, and I kind of wanted it to go down the overflow and onto the sponge. I'll show the filtration in just a minute. And yeah, it's pretty clean now, apart from the water. Obviously it's a bit cloudy, not too sure why that is, but it's a new tank. There's just RO in it, so we'll get some salt water in tomorrow, and hopefully it should go clean very soon. The light isn't staying on. The light is I've only literally just turned it on only for the video purposes. It's a brand new tank. I'm gonna keep the light off and my curtains shut on my bedroom for as long as I can, and make sure we don't get any algae growing, which is very common in brand new tanks. You may notice my filming slightly different with the camera. I thought I'd just try a wide zoomed lens on my phone, and I think it looks quite nice. Just thought I'd try something different. Hope you guys like it. Yeah, the light's just on temporarily just for the video. So let me just show you the filtration real quick. So the water's going to go down this grates. Water line's a little bit low, I think, or maybe the sponge just needs pushing downwards a little bit. But anyway, it goes onto a sponge here. It's quite a fine sponge. See, there's a thin one, and then underneath it there is a quite a thick one, just for that to go onto there. And then underneath that there's some biological media. In the second chamber we got some more biological media, as well as the heater, which isn't on because there's nothing living in the tank, so it doesn't need to be on. It's only going to use power. And then in the last chamber, obviously, we've got the return pump. Return pump wise, currently we're running a Eheim Compact 1000, which will give this tank a 20 times turnover, which I would say is probably a little bit high. So I'm going to revert back to the what I had originally, and what I run on this tank a few years ago is the Eheim Compact 600. So it's a little bit less power. I don't need all that turnover. It's a bit much, really. It's a bit too much flow. So I'm just going to revert back to that. Probably do that tomorrow as well, whilst I'm doing the salt and that. Like I mentioned in the last video, no sand is going to be in this tank. I'm going to go bare bottom. I can always add sand in if I change my mind later down the road, but I really don't think I am, because already I really do like that clean look. Just as literally there's nothing on the bottom. You just got the rock structures and you have the corals, which is what I'm going to focus on. I don't really plan on having fish in this tank, because I want it open top. So I can't have any fish that are going to jump, and it's a small tank, so I can't have any fish that are big. So that really limits to me to like damsels and that, which I don't really want. So probably just have a couple big shrimp in here, maybe some coral banded shrimp, or the red fire shrimp. I do really like those ones. So something like that. Just focus on some clean-up crew, and then mainly focus on the corals. So have some nice high-end corals on this tank. I've got the light, obviously, to grow them. Really powerful, like Red Sea LED 50. And then I've got a strong wave pump in the corner, which I probably won't keep. I'll probably upgrade that to something a little bit more, advanced. Maybe like a Eheim Nero 3. No, not an Eheim, AI. Illumination Nero 3. Or something like that. This is only temporary, just to get all the debris off the bottom, just get some water circling around the tank. The tank is sitting on a little foam mat, which I had on my previous tank. It's the exact same one. which up there has got a cutout, because if I show you in this corner, lift this up, you can see a hole, because that's for the piping, because it's a sumped tank on my previous tank, so a pipe's supposed to go down there. That's a little bit lifted up there, might have to glue that down or something like that, put a weight on it. Yeah, there's a hole there, so I've just spun it round, and there's a little gap here, which I don't really mind too much. I mean, the controller can go over it, it's not really, you know, it's not too bad, but whenever I get hold of another piece of mat, I'll just fill in that gap, just cut a bit to size, fill in that gap. It just saves me, you know, getting a whole new piece, cutting a whole new piece for that, because I just really wanted to get water in it, because I've been waiting for ages to get water in this tank, so I'm glad I finally got it in. Obviously, because the mat's like bigger than, you know, if we look at it, it's sitting on a pedestal, the mat's bigger, it kind of like, it puts pressure down here, obviously the weight of the tank, and then it kinks up here, which is a bit annoying. It's not too bad, but I think I might have to put some kind of glue, something underneath it to stick it down, just a little, you know, something, not super glue I don't think, just something a little bit weaker, just so you can get it off easy, something, you know, it's like a prick stick, I don't know what will stick that down. Yeah, minor issue. So the next stage for this tank would definitely be the salt, which I'll do tomorrow. So in the next video, I'll probably do it. Well, no, I will do a video on this tank where I should have some salt. And another thing as well, cycling this tank, which will be, you know, after I've put the salt in, I'll be trying to work through the cycle. I plan on using Red Sea's Reef Mature Kit, which cycles any tank within 7 days, which is really fast. By adding in all these different types of, you dose in these chemicals into the water, do the right dosage every day, and then it cycles it within 7 days, which is really good. It's a quick cycle, so I might be able to get some shrimp or some cleanup crew over the Easter holidays. Got half term this Easter, so I've got a couple of weeks off school, which is good. I've got loads of free time to mess around with this tank. Annoyingly, after that I've got my final exams of school, so not really looking forward to that part. So yeah, I think I'll leave this this video here. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you like the what I've done with Escape. Hope you know, like, I've got water in it now. So yeah, well, next video I'll try and get some I'll have some salt in and probably start the cycle. If not, probably leaning towards ending of the cycle, which would be good. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.